But back in June, a deadly flood also hit West Virginia. And now two of the state's native sons and powerful head football coaches, Jimbo Fisher and Nick Saban, returned home to help save high school football and bring a community from its knees. Marty Smith has the story.
Take it aside.
Medium. There you go, Clark Kent. Superman tonight.
In small towns, high school football offers more than any scoreboard could display. It is the social event of the week, a respite, a distraction. It is a vicarious dream in the bleachers and a tangible hope between the lines. And in Clay County, West Virginia, they'll tell you it is everything. But not long ago, Clay County and its neighbors feared the light Friday provides would be darkened by tragedy.
Streets are flooded, streams are swollen.
The president has now declared a major disaster area in 3 counties in West Virginia.
In a matter of hours, an entire region was submerged. Homes, schools, bridges, cars, dreams, all washed away with the raging current. At the height of the storm, the Elk River rose to nearly 34 feet.
When we were moments away from getting ready to leave this house, I knew something bad was going to happen because it was about 5 foot from the back door.
Like so many neighbors, Andrea and B.J. Crookshanks saw their home heavily damaged.
And when we finally got that picture that the water was in, it was devastating. I mean, it was just like something punched you in the gut.
We had never seen the water at that level in our lifetime. It's rough, it's hard. On a man, you know, it ain't a mansion, but me and my wife has worked hard for our whole life, and it breaks your heart.
Water got to about here, but we just cut it out to match everything else. And this was my room.
Even amid the flood-damaged surroundings, their son, Joel, a Clay County running back just like his daddy was, couldn't help but wonder.
We didn't have a place to stay. We didn't have these campers yet. I just wondered if we were going to have a team. That's the first thing that crossed my mind. Coach had called wondering if anything had happened. I called him back right before I got off. I just asked him, I said, Coach, are we going to have a football team? He said, of course we are.
West Virginia was wounded, but her roots held strong, and her native sons rushed to her aid.
When I heard that 7 schools were going to completely shut down, lost everything that they had, and that those, young guys weren't going to be able to compete this year, I was just thinking of myself when I was a young guy and what an impact I would have had in a negative way on me.
Sports is such a huge part of a healing process of the community, and I didn't want them to have to lose that. And I wanted that community to be able to have 2 or 3 hours at least during the week where they could forget.
Alabama and Florida State requested 1 full uniform from every high school in their respective states. Donations came from every direction, and equipment was shipped to West Virginia by the truckload. As a result, more than 500 young men at the varsity, junior varsity, and Pop Warner levels will compete this fall.
They are people who are interested in these kids. They're interested in this state, in this county. They're interested in being true to themselves, true to their hometown. It's a very humbling thing.
These helmets floated down the river, right? We opened that door, and these helmets, they went right down the river. You understand that? Now, yes, we threw some of them away, but we saved a couple of these helmets. You know what that is? That's one community. I saved one more. We got one community. You understand that? We got one team. And we got this lock right here. Help me out, Coach. We got this lock. And we're going to lock it up. We're going to lock it up one last time, and that's who we're playing for tonight. You understand me? We're playing for this community. We're playing for this team. We're playing for this school. This thing will never, ever, ever come unlocked again.
It's about getting our community back together and making it stronger throughout all this tragic time. That's the main reason for this. And football is going to be that much bigger.
I always told everybody when I was coming up, when it's too tough for everybody else, it was just right for me. And I think that's about the attitude and the temperament that those people have up there, and they'll bounce back. They'll bounce back just because they know they have to.
You saw Jimbo Fisher, Rick Trickett, Nick Saban in the piece there. They certainly were integral in saving West Virginia high school football this fall. But so were Dana Holgerson at West Virginia and Doc Holliday for the Marshall Thundering Herd. Holgerson even told me, look, these young men desperately needed football this fall to get their minds off of everything they've managed, whether that's losing all their material possessions, and even some paid the ultimate sacrifice. He said there were deaths in that flood. Now let's bring in my man Jimbo Fisher. Coach, come on in, Florida State head coach. Coach, you guys took this initiative and ran with it. What was it about this initiative that was so important to you as a West Virginia native?
Well, first of all, it was home, and it was people I knew that grew up like we did. And when I knew how important ball was to us growing up as a kid, like I say, that sanctuary on the weekends, it just separates you from life and lets you do the things you do. Parents get to go see their kids play. Just a part of growing up in the state of West Virginia. We wanted those kids to have it just like we did.
Give me some context. Without high school football in that state, who are you?
Coal miner, farmer, somebody else. Hopefully I went and got an education. But, you know, I loved school, was good in school, but ball is what drove me to do what I did. And you don't know what you're going to be. I mean, it could have been anything else, but I definitely wouldn't have known what I'm doing.
All right, let's shift gears